Initially, when I heard the word Renaissance man, I thought people were referring to Europe, the Age of Enlightenment. But it turns out they were talking about the Harlem Renaissance. So when I apply the term Renaissance man to the Harlem Renaissance, I'm thinking about people who are multifaceted, people who are well-versed, people who utilized all their gifts from God to make a difference. Well, I was brought up to be multifaceted simply because my parents were into everything from writing to music to expression. So naturally, my siblings and I picked up from that. Well, after graduation, I continued to do motivational speaking because, number one, I saw the direct impact that it had on the community. And when you can witness the positive effect on the community when speaking to various audiences, it fuels you to do it more and more. When I look back on my speaking career, the most defining moment would have to be when I was invited back to speak at my high school, S.R. Butler High, and receiving the Distinguished Alumni Award. And the students got an opportunity to witness someone who sat in those very seats. That was very meaningful to myself and to the students as well. For years leading up to that point, the city was threatening to close the school for various reasons. And of course, morale was kind of low. So I was happy and I felt very blessed and energized to go into my old high school and do everything that I could do to lift the morale. When I first started DJing, I was DJing a lot of house parties. And occasionally at those house parties, a figurehead would pop in there, and if they heard what they liked, they would put a bug in the ear of the homeowner, and thus they would pass me the message, and the rest is history. Next thing you know, I'm DJing company parties. I learned that the Renaissance man in me allowed me to really adapt to the various demographics that were at those functions, and thus both parties ended up being satisfied. They were satisfied with the music that they were hearing, and I was satisfied with the vibe that the audience created. The year 2001 was very significant as far as the launching of my professional career and my branding. Number one, you had 9/11, which was a gargantuan event that is still impacting lives to this day. You also had the advent of HBO Deaf Poetry. And in 2001, it seemed like it was a serious age of expression. And then during that time, I had a lot of friends and counterparts who were publishing and producing products. So it was at that particular juncture I said, hey, I need to get serious about this. So I actually started organizing my poetry, and then I started exploring different avenues in which to publish it. So that led to me getting self-published eventually in 2004. I'm trying to be a spoken word artist, but sometimes the emotions don't necessarily fit time with the lyrics. I'm trying to be a spoken word artist. I'm trying to be a spoken word artist, and in my quest to make you feel it, I figure as if I'm failing if the applause ship keeps sailing away. I'm trying to be a spoken word artist. I'm trying to be a spoken word artist, and my words need to exude phonological excellence, accented with a magnitude of splendor unlike any other, and the relevance of good voice projection yields fabulous confabulation. I'm trying to be a spoken word artist. So in 2012, when I was blessed and fortunate to receive that National Poetry Award, which was National Poet of the Year, a lot of people are not familiar with what actually led up to that award. You know, there were many nights, late nights on the road, touring, catching flights, performing all over the country, spending numerous hours with editors and printers getting products out, and also spending extra hours in the recording studio as well. So when I think about all of those things put together, and of course the blessings from up above, those things led to that award. And thus, I think the most telling thing about that National Poetry Award is that your counterparts voted. You know, when it comes to secrets to success, I really don't have any secrets per se. I just know that in high school, I had a basketball coach who worked the dog crap out of me. And at that particular juncture, I really learned the value and the rudiments of hard work. And I've always taken that with me. And so when I produced work such as Curse of the Whiskey House and Viral Transgressions and my motivational lecture series, Fly High, Fly Long, Fly Fast, I'm able to take faith and hard work, focus, dedication, passion, marry them all together and pray that God just gives me another chance to produce another meaningful product. I think that everybody on this earth is capable of publishing a book or producing some sort of audio work if they keep the faith and remain focused.